Government cheese was processed cheese provided to welfare beneficiaries, food stamp recipients, and the elderly receiving Social Security in the United States, as well as to food banks. This processed cheese was used in military kitchens during World War II and has been used in schools since the 1950s. Government cheese is a commodity cheese that was controlled by the U.S. federal government from World War II to the early 1980s. Government cheese was created to maintain the price of dairy when dairy industry subsidies artificially increased the supply of milk and created a surplus of milk that was then converted into cheese, butter, or powdered milk. The cheese, along with the butter and dehydrated powder, was stored in over 150 warehouses across 35 states. The cheese was bought and stored by the government's Commodity Credit Corporation. Direct distribution of dairy products began in 1982 under the Temporary Emergency Food Assistance Program of the Food and Nutrition Service. According to the government, it slices and melts well. The cheese was provided monthly, in unsliced block form, with generic product labeling and packaging. The cheese was often from food surpluses stockpiled by the government as part of milk price supports. Butter was also stockpiled and then provided under the same program. Some government cheese was made of kosher products. That cheese product is also distributed to victims of a natural disaster following a state of emergency declaration. That cheese became an important topic for the press in the 1980s, when the press learned about the milk products that were being stored across the nation while millions of Americans felt food insecurity. During the same time in the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan's administration cut the budget on the U.S. federal food stamp program. On December 22, 1981, Reagan signed and authorized into law that 560 million pounds (250,000 metric tons) of cheese that the Commodity Credit Corporation (CCC) had been stockpiled should be released, saying that it would be distributed free to the needy by non-profit organizations. Ronald Reagan, in his official statement about the distribution of the cheese inventory of the Commodity Credit Corporation, said, "The 1981 Farm Bill I signed today will slow the rise in price support levels, but even under this bill, surpluses will continue to pile up. A total of more than 560 million pounds (250,000 t) of cheese has already been consigned to warehouses, so more distributions may be necessary as we continue our drive to root out waste in government and make the best possible use of our nation's resources." As the bill stated, any state that would ask for the cheese would get 30 million pounds (14,000 metric tons) of it, in 5 pound (2.3 kilograms) blocks. The bill was approved in the House by a margin of 2 votes. In the Senate, it had a much larger approval rate. The logic behind the distribution was to remove waste effectively and to use all possible resources available in the United States. One representative from the United States Department of Agriculture remarked probably the cheapest and most practical thing would be to dump it in the ocean. Government cheese has become a symbol for American innovation and industrialization, but the nutritional value of the cheese has been in question. It has been argued that people in poverty, such as those entitled to government cheese, are more likely to become obese. Between 1988 and 1994, those individuals below the poverty line had an obesity rate of 29.2%. The Food Security Act of 1985, the 1985 Farm Bill, attempted to reduce milk production, but has been labeled as a hodgepodge of misdirected political compromise. The nutrition facts on government cheese suggests a serving size of 1 ounce, 28 grams, or 2 slices, of cheese per serving. It also notes that the nutritional information represents the average nutritional value of processed American cheese, which was offered by the Commodity Food Program. Per serving, the total fat content is 9 grams, of which 6 grams are saturated fat. Per serving, there are 30 milligrams of cholesterol and 380 milligrams of sodium. Like traditional processed American cheese, it consists of a variety of cheese types and other ingredients, such as emulsifiers, blended together, and may be made of any of cheddar cheese, Colby cheese, cheese curd, or granular cheese. This video was sponsored by RateSkater.com. Local agents. Lots of services that include jet ski, auto, life, home, motorcycle, real estate, identity theft, and more. If you want a great rate, don't wait for the rate haters. Dial 610-301-9078 and speak to a rate skater, or simply visit their website at RateSkater.com. Thanks for watching, the Main Street Journal. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Until next time, peace and blessings.